Nigeria is basically at the crossroads, and we all aspire and hope that things will change for good in this country. But it's not going to happen if we all sit back and we complain, or when we gather, whether informally, physically, or virtually, to just talk about this country without stepping out to do something. We complain about the old order, that the same set of people have been on the scene for a very long time. But it won't change if nobody steps out. And that is why I am very pleased personally to be here to support someone who is a new breed politician, not a career politician, somebody that we know, has been in the corporate world, has been very, very supportive of the aspirations of his people through various interventions over the years. And that has culminated in this move that he's making now to serve them in a political capacity.
Like I said there, I've known him for over 20 years, and he's somebody I can stake my life for. You understand? He's not a politician, but I think he's reliable and dependable, and somebody you can trust and sleep, go to bed. If Funso Ayeni is saying he wants to do something, just go to bed, he's going to get it done. Like I said, we cannot just continue to leave this job, the job of nation building, in the hand of politicians. And when I mean politicians, it's not that all politicians are bad. We have some good people among them. But I think good people should do the best to go into it so that we can all rescue our country back. So to me, going into politics, I'm so impressed, and I'm excited that, Ekiti North, like one of the speakers said, that Ekiti North is lucky to have him, and I'm sure in less than 5-6 months into his tenure, we're going to prove this.
For Mr. Wasim Abiola, can you please put your wonderful hands together? Choice of love.
Please permit me to stand on existing protocol, because I know we need to manage flow of time as well. Before I go to read Funso Ayeni's profile, say one or two things about Funso Ayeni. I joined Nigerian Bureaus 13 years ago. And when I joined Nigerian Bureaus, because I came from a different orientation, it was difficult for me to acclimatize, with the Nigerian Bureau boys. And, there's a proverb in Yoruba that a stranger only has eyes but cannot see. And because I came in to pioneer a role that, it's quite a delicate role. So I was conscious of every step, I took. And of all the people that I met in marketing department, 3 people I will never forget in my life. And one of them is Funso Ayeni. And if there is one thing that a lot of people here know about Funso, is the fact that he's a brother's keeper. Funso is somebody that will watch your back when you are not there. I've run into trouble several times. And, I won't be there. He will say, no, it's not Wasi. Some people are smiling, they know some of the troubles. And he will defend me without even me. So, Funso, as Yoruba will say, Ola wa onje with a magic pen. So, I'm sorry, but I needed to just give that. Now, Funso Ayeni, like when Mr. Kayode was talking the other time, he said, we all cannot fold our hands and say things are bad, then we should just leave it. We must get involved. And the candidates we are here to celebrate as well as to support is somebody who has distinguished himself in the career he has chosen. He's well educated, he's well exposed. He's an asset to every place he has worked. And he's an asset to the community he's going to serve. So it's my pleasure and honor to briefly take us through a summary of who is Funso Ayeni. Prince Funso Ayeni was born 46 years ago. Of course, he's well educated, he has HND, MBA. And guess what? In the next 1 or 2 months, he will complete his PhD program. Could you please put your hands together? Now, Funso has worked, up until this ambition, decided to pursue the ambition. Funso was working in Nigerian bureaus. He worked for Nigerian bureaus for 19 good years. And he joined Nigerian bureaus as a trainee sales executive. And he did well in sales. He was moved to marketing. He did so well in marketing that when the company now decided to let us create a unit that will be called trade marketing, that will be a bridge between marketing and sales. Expatriates have occupied this post and they struggle to survive. Funso got to that role 4 years ago, and he made a big success out of that role. So, he's leaving Nigerian bureaus as head of trade marketing. Of course, he had previous positions. He was district manager in Ibadan, senior brand manager, legend, brand manager live. He has had a distinguished career in marketing and sales. It's very rare to somebody who will do the two. So Funso is an embodiment of achievements from his private life. He's somebody who is very passionate about his community. I've followed him to Ekiti more than 20 times. And it's to celebrate one thing or the other. He started what we call Funso Ayeni Foundation, 2007. When you see his rally and you see crowd, it's not about the money, it's because of what he has done over the years. There's one thing I learned from Funso, and that's never to forget your people. Funso identify, if you go to Funso's house in Ikoli, it's like any people's house in the man. Like I said, Funso is a man of many achievements. He's been successful in private life. He's been successful in the career he has chosen in Nigerian bureaus. And as he goes to public life, I have no doubt he will succeed as well. So thank you very much, and my pleasure working with you.
This is enough. Put your order. Show that's the code. One more time, put your order for a very traditional put your hands together. Well, just like I used to tell people,
So Funso Ayeni is he's a very intelligent man. He's loving. He's very honest and he's kind. He's a people's person. He loves people. He's one of the few people I've seen that really truly cares for people generally. I don't know if I should say it here, but I remember back then in 2013, I was really down. I was sick. And Funso was my senior brand manager then for Legend Extra Stout. Funso went all out for me. He encouraged me. He was like, Asandia, you're going to live, you're not going to die. He supported me financially, He was just there generally for me. And I know that it wasn't just because I work with him. I just know that because Funso has empathy for people. So he loves people. I see the things he does for his people. That's the Ekiti, Kole people. I've been there before. I see him celebrate the people, especially the children and the women. He does a lot for his community. He does a lot for his state. So I believe that Funso is the right man to become a senator for the Ekiti, Kole community, or whatever they call that. Yeah. So that's Funso for me. Yeah.
okay, it has to be me always. My mom asked, how do we change the story? How do we change the narratives? And then my mom asked, are you going to change it in your company or where you currently work? And then the response from me is simple. Mama, I don't know. It is this same I don't know that creates that level of fear. If I have to jump out of these lovely Nigerian breweries where I've been for 19 years, where I've been like, a King Kong. And then saying I want to come and help people. Who am I helping? Or am I helping myself? So those questions are just there unanswered. Every 4 years, we come back to the same thing. Chris will complain to Funso to Oladosun to Engineer Kayode. And our voices are just like that, not being heard anyway. So it's within that cycle, but we laugh over it in beer parlors. You know, we wine and dine over it when we have little cash at hand. But then, the story has to start changing one day.
I've known Funso for about 19 years. Shortly after I joined Nigerian Breweries, it was posted to Ibadan. And ever since then, we have been working together. Even when it was moved out of Ibadan and it came to Lagos to serve, I've always been privileged or opportune to work with him because I'm one of the I run an activation agency, and usually our work is between the sales and marketing. So know how that we won't have to work together, whether you are regional or you do the main activation. And my impression of Funso is that he's a workaholic. He's young, vibrant, and full of ideas. And if you check out all the brands he has worked on in Nigerian breweries, be it Legend or Goldmyne, he did so much for those two brands and even Live. And that's why those three brands I've mentioned, they are now the flagship of Nigerian breweries. He has dedicated most of his time to the upliftment of those brands, and it's not easy. It takes the likes of Funso to be able to achieve that. And I've congratulated him several times for a good job, well done.
I was introduced to this journey about 2 years ago. And I was like, I work in the corporate setting. I don't have what it takes. You know what politics is in Nigeria? Of course, we're still quite spot on by saying I've been connecting with my community. I never allowed my position to overshadow me from talking to them. You know how we grow up now. Everybody they fear who will kill who, when, and where. However, I take solace in one thing, which is also the drink Legend now. And I've also managed Legend in the past, where if you don't get blood, you know, people will say drink Legend, miss out with milk. So I started giving my people enough Legend, you know, so that a day like this will come and they will allow me to stay.
Well, Mr. Funso Ayeni happens to be a very close friend of mine. And we've been together for over 2 decades, for over 20 years. And what I know mostly about him, he loves helping people. He loves empowering others. He didn't just dabble into politics. He has the quality of being a politician, and he has the quality of being a leader in Nigeria. So it's not surprising to me that Funso is contesting for Senate today. So Funso is a great man, wonderful man. Funso will be a future firebrand politician. Funso will be unique with his own style. Funso is a special human being. I can't really describe Funso to you. He has different color. He's highly disciplined, which is most important in life. He will be a very successful politician. Probably a lot of politicians will learn a lot from him because he's a very hardworking guy.
It was a case of let's look at the future together. Then I took them to the hotel because they had to lodge. It was around 4:30 they entered. What traditional rulers will not do is to prostrate for you. But the moment they stretch their whatever they are holding, then you know there is something right or wrong. So, without taking you too far, I yielded to that pressure. And I said, okay, let me consider it. That is one war won by one side. I needed to discuss it internally too because I wasn't having any issue. I am the next prepared commercial director somewhere because of my experience. So you can imagine when you are in that situation, there is position here, there is authority here. Here you have to start begging people, start talking to people that you don't pick their call ordinarily, and start talking in language that you don't even understand. Okay. And then there is the in-between. You don't take their offer, they now look at you from the community side as cooking boron. Okay. Then I decided to go. But then, that is the story. We got the ticket finally. The leadership in the party wasn't also happy because the people that contested had actually contested. The people being in National Assembly here and there one time or the other. So they went to court. And then court nullified that ticket. That the primary was not properly conducted. And we asked to do a rerun. Wow. I am not politically savvy like this. How do I go about it? But to the glory of God and to the love of mankind, we went for it. We defeated, the other guy, massively, and it ends well. So the ticket stays. Again, trouble continues. We were suspended, all the candidates in Ekiti, for not attending Articles rally. Okay, and I wasn't in town. I was somewhere in the UK to defend something academic-wise. Then, the next thing is, you are suspended, and suspension is not expulsion. But the interpretation down the line to the grassroots people who will vote is that once in the Kuro party, he has been expelled, and then they have no candidate. Trouble number 3. To the glory of God again, we overcome by the grace of God and by intervention and everybody comes up. Less than 5 days.
Yeah, this is somebody who has about 19 years career in an industry where it's about people. So as a politician, I believe he can do even much more because this time around it's about his people. So the connection with his people is what is really going to help him deliver on the results. So I don't have any doubts. I think we need people like him. I think we need people who will make the big step forward and who will put their best foot forward as well in making sure that they're able to really deliver the results we need in Nigeria. Nigeria needs people that are selfless, people that will really bring the change that we need.
If you think about what you can do or how you satisfy your family alone in a situation where Buhari is not ready for anybody, then you are not happy matter. At that point, you understood and I said, okay, wishing you best of luck. So permit me to apologize on behalf of all of these to say a big sorry to those that feel highly disappointed, particularly in the corporate setting, that Funso did not get it. I was passing through all of these without really carrying a lot of people along because sometimes Yoruba will say, you try to pick it one after the other from the top. So you won't be running to general public when you are going to be running to delegate for primary election. So you run to delegate first. Later you begin to talk to the public. Two governments that made up of Ekiti North Senatorial District. You can imagine this is just the composition, grammar, word, in the couple like that, with about 70,000 voters. Interestingly so. So this senatorial district is divided into 2. 1, 2, 3, we call them constituency 2, 1 and 2, constituency 1. So, whosoever, the people that have been ruling, my predecessors, so to say, I'm not talking about the ground those guys. So, The highest that we have seen is about 65,000. If I'm very correct. And that was the Senator Ayeni. So, but the votes you can get from here varies. So this is us in a nutshell. We are not too big. So it's achievable. And we have looked at it. 56 wards that you can actually travel within 3.5 hours. 731 polling units where you go to vote. The community is about 77. My own is about 25 out of this. My mother is from here. This is where my father is from. So that means I'm from this constituency called One. Interestingly, these are the two local governments that carry the highest votes in Ekiti. Here it was 28,000 during the last gubernatorial election. Nobody contested for my local government. Here it was 21,000 actual vote cast. What does that mean? Why am I boring you with all this drama? It is possible.
Mr. Ayeni is a grassroots person and a rooted human being. He is a lover of people. He's a very reliable person, a go-getter. Funso never takes a no for an answer. He strives at becoming better, becoming a better person in terms of him climbing. It's about time. If you have people like that in leadership, you will see that they would understand the language of the streets. They understand what the critical mass of the population is talking about. He's in tune. He understands. He can mingle up and down, and That's
Remember, they have about 18,000 registered versus 70,000. They've done it once. This is where I come from. So it's clear that if they use the word our local, it's appropriate. It's not our right. It belongs to us all. And when you talk about zoning, it's not written anywhere. It's actually here. And now you present the story. Apparently, this is all these people that have entered before. Now here they get their votes. Remember, 70,000 votes is sitting here. And borrow in the past, taking care of the aged people in the past. Wait a minute, we never stopped. I don't know. Security being taken care of in the past. Just people celebrating with us every 3 months. And I'm happy some of us are a part of this. So I want to really say we are not only convinced that we have the support of our people, we are also encouraged by the fact that we have a good record of what we have done and what we can do. Okay, what am I supposed to say now? I think it's about time. So for me, I'm not alone in all of this. Of course, you have to contest under one political party. I'll be asked a question. I'm a Yoruba man. Why am I not supporting this? The Yoruba party gave me ticket. That was a big question I thought. What are my beliefs? I'm contesting under PDP, and Constitution did not allow you to contest under your own name. That has been proposed, tested, and backed. You have to contest the party and to sponsor it. Keep clapping.
Thank you. You can all sit down now. Thank you. Boss.
My passion, what I love to do, and then having the opportunity to do it. I need to help my people. I need to support them further. And to do that, I need to participate in governance and then making the right law, making the right bills that support elevating people's poverty, that support moving the community forward, and just my passion for such.
I asked him, I said, Bobo, are you a politician? He said, no, that it's just that he has this love for his people. Then shortly after that, he showed me one artwork 1 year like that he's doing one foundation. He wants to make t-shirts. And which of his options do I think is good? I was looking, this guy, he's not a politician. I mean, this kind of love. So jokingly I said one of those days that, why don't you let this translate? Why don't you go into politics? I said that out of, because it was so surprising. Then there was a day, he was close to tears, and I doubt if you remember this. He said one woman lost her husband, school fees, and he has paid about 40 or 50% of the thing. Then the woman called that early morning. Funso didn't have money. So Funso was trying to explain to the woman, and I don't know what the conversation was on the other end. So he told to me now, said, I said, boy, temple. I will introduce some videos to you in my local community. But on a serious note, those are things that really go beyond you seeking an elective office so that you can really, make yourself better.
I think it's a appropriate time. There's, for this, and the time is just right. My people are on me to represent them, and then it's like a clearance call from my community, from the local government, and I'm making myself available.
Because the thing is dirty, and that only bad people should go into it. So when we are being treated badly, then we shouldn't complain. But I think it is high time that we have to push good people into it, and let's see how we can make things better for ourselves. I appreciate all of you. I'm not going to start saying this or that. I want to please encourage us to give our support to him, do everything we can to make this dream a reality. Just like the first person said,
Politics is local. Plan for my people is also local. So it's the plan for my senatorial district first and then Ekiti. So I hope with all of this, you must have seen my manifesto in terms of what we can do, alleviating poverty, sponsoring bills that actually create one Nigeria, supporting all the senator in terms of the bills that I bring. And they're also going to support me in a way. Away from that, education is big. I really believe a lot is being backward concerning education, particularly in Ekiti State, and starting with my senatorial districts, to be honest, I believe we can raise the bar in terms of that. And we have a whole lot of empowerment programs that people can also begin to benefit from. We have done it before, we can do it again, and we can make it bigger.
On this note, I will support with 1 million naira. Thank you very much.
Supporting this laudable project with 1 million naira.
Can you just put your wonderful together?
So I pray that we will win, if I desire to win. So I'm supporting you with 1 million naira.
Yeah, when you look at this, it's like it's time to change the local government. Maybe I move to the local government.
So he just sent a chat and said, I should make an announcement of 1 million naira.
Dream?
Yes.
Is of God. So my people will determine that, one step at a time. Now I'm going for Senate, and that is what I know for now. And if my people so shows that I should go for the next, only God knows, I will be available.
sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel Goldmyne TV and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.